Hey there, boys and girls. Today we are going to continue our study of the Northeast region. Mrs. Long has already gone through and highlighted things that you should already have highlighted for Look at Me, Look at Me. So as you are going through each page, if you see something that you need to highlight to add to your packet, please do so so that you are caught up with what we are doing so far. So today's focus, boys and girls, is we are going to be working on our scrapbook. And we are going to be focusing on land, water, and climate, along with a few other things that we're going to be pointing out and talking about. So a couple things that I would like you to highlight. We're going to do this together so that you know exactly what my expectations are for you as we begin our scrapbook of the Northeast region. So first and foremost, boys and girls, when we look at land and water, one of the things that we want to focus on is that it says Northeast region has broad valleys, rolling hills, and low mountains. The main mountain chain is the Appalachian Mountains, which we've already read all this. We're just going back now and highlighting a few of our key concepts for each specific topic. So the Appalachian Mountains run from Maine in the Northeast region down to the Alabama in the Southeast region. So that's important to know. There are different mountain ranges that make up the Appalachian Mountains. They are the Allegheny Mountains, the Pocono Mountains, the Adirondack Mountains, and the Catskill Mountains. In the Northeast, they also have the longest hiking trail in the world, known as the Appalachian Trail. And that trail runs from Maine to Georgia. And actually, it runs along the spine of the mountain range, more than 2,000 miles of valleys, hills, and rivers. It's a very popular place to hike, and many people have hiked the whole trail. Down below here, kiddos, here is a picture of the Appalachian Mountains. It's one of the oldest mountain ranges in the world, and you will notice that that is a picture of the Appalachian Mountains, and Mrs. Long has highlighted the peak of the mountain range. Now, moving on to the next page. Another land feature that I want you to focus in on is Mount Washington. It's located in New Hampshire, and it is actually part of the Appalachian Mountain Range. Some cool facts about Mount Washington: it's 6,288 feet tall. It is the highest peak in the Northeast, and it is one of the windiest places on Earth. The highest wind can get up to 231 miles per hour. And remember, we talked about the cog railway, and obviously that runs through Mount Washington, and those wind ranges can be very scary when you're up there on a railway. And here is a little key here where it says from the top of Mount Washington, visitors can see hundreds of miles. Here is the very top, and you will see that there is a sign there to actually mark the peak of Mount Washington. As we go along talking about land in the lower part of the Northeast is actually really good for farming, but the upper part of the region is not. The soil in the upper part is rocky, and when we talk about long ago, guys, there were mile-thick sheets of ice called glaciers that covered most of the land. And as they moved across the land and they were, going through, they were carving out deep grooves, and the coastline carried away most of the fertile soil. And then the glaciers melted and they formed lakes, rocks, and sand that left behind by glaciers, which became islands and capes as well. Now, the most important waterway in the region is the Erie Canal, and it connects the Great Lakes to the Atlantic Ocean. The canal is 363 miles long. So goods by boat, let me get my highlighter here, move faster and cheaper than traveling across the land. So it's very difficult and expensive to move goods from the Northeast to other parts of the country without the Erie Canal. So the Erie Canal is a very significant part of that. Another waterways that we're talking about is Lake Ontario and Lake Erie. They form part of the border of the Northeast region. Lake Ontario and Lake Erie are part of the 5 Great Lakes. Now, when we talk about the Great Lakes, boys and girls, they are a group of 5 freshwater lakes that are located in eastern North America, and they border between Canada and the United States. They are so large that they can be seen from the moon. And the Great Lakes also hold 1/5 of all fresh water in the world. So as you think about the water of the Northeast, this should give you a good idea of what we're talking about. And these are things that we've already read and talked about before. We are now just highlighting some facts that we're going to be including in our scrapbook. And boys and girls, this is the scrapbook page that I want you to turn to. And with that being said, boys and girls, I'm going to show you today, we're going to do this together so that you know in the future how to take your own notes. I want to also point out that Mrs. Long has, if you look here, I have drawn arrows here in the corners to point to the boxes. I am not going to do that with you today, but what you're going to do in these boxes here is after we talk about land and landforms and water of the Northeast, and we're also going to talk about climate, you're going to draw and color a picture of something in your notes that matches to go with the Northeast land and landforms, and also that matches to go with the water as well. Let me go ahead and highlight water. Okay, so kiddos, I am going to start with note taking here just to show you how we are going to take notes. And our notes are going to come from everything that we just highlighted when I just went over with you in the previous pages, okay? So we're going to start where we're going to use a bullet. And when we take notes, notes are not incomplete sentences. So the first note that I think is significant for land and landforms of the Northeast is that there are broad valleys. There are broad valleys, rolling hills, and there are low mountains. Now, boys and girls, notice that Mrs. Long has not put anything in a complete sentence, no periods, no punctuation, no capitalization, because these are just notes. Our second land feature is I want you to know that one of the biggest mountains that we talk about are the Appalachian Mountains, and they are located in the Northeast region. Another mountain that we're going to talk about and that we've mentioned is Mount Washington. And Mount Washington, boys and girls, I'm going to put an abbreviation here because it is located in New Hampshire. And another note, it is the highest peak in the Northeast. And also, boys and girls, it's also known as the windiest place on earth. All right, next note, next bullet. The land, which is the lower part of the land, okay, which I talked to you about and we highlighted, that land is very good for farming. Very good for farming. The upper part is not good for farming. So the upper part is not good farming land. Our last and final note that we're going to focus on is going to be that we talked about glaciers. And the reason we're talking about glaciers because they formed lakes, islands, and capes. And obviously, this goes along with our conversation that we talk about of land and landforms. Now, we also talked about water in our notes. So let's go ahead and take some scrapbook notes. And boys and girls, don't forget up here, just to kind of go back and as a quick reminder, don't forget that you're going to use any of these notes and you're going to draw a picture, draw and color a picture in this box that matches your notes on land or landforms of the Northeast. And you can choose anything in here to go ahead and do your picture of that matches your notes. Okay, moving right along. So our water of the Northeast, the first note that we're going to take is we're going to talk about the Erie Canal. Okay. The Erie Canal is most important. And why is it most important? Because it connects the Great Lakes to the Atlantic Ocean. And it's 363 miles long. So that's important to know. Speaking of the Great Lakes, we're going to add a few notes about the Great Lakes. The Great Lakes that they referred to was Lake Erie as part of the Great Lakes and Lake Ontario. Okay. And they are actually, the Lake Erie and Lake Ontario are actually a part of the Great Lakes. Another note that I want to include about the Great Lakes is they are so large that they can be seen from the moon. They are so large they can be seen from the moon. And they also, last note for the Great Lakes, the Great Lakes hold 1/5 of all the fresh water in the world. So that is a very significant factor. Kiddos, also a reminder, don't forget that in this box here, you're going to draw and color something that has to do with what we mentioned as these 4 facts in your note-taking on your scrapbook. All right? Okay, kiddos, we are going to move to our next page. And on this page, we are going to focus on climate. So we talked about climate, obviously, before. So we are going to continue with climate. And we're going to highlight some of the things that are important about climate. So the Northeast region is halfway between the North Pole and the equator. And that is important to know because the climate is very different throughout the year. There are 4 distinct seasons, ranging from warm, sunny summer months to bitterly cold winter months. Okay, and obviously we have winter, spring, summer, and fall. In the winter, we can also experience, they have a very strong snowstorm called a northeaster, and it can bring over a foot of snow at a time, which we just recently experienced one of those storms back around Christmas time, where we had a lot of snow at one time, and that is called a northeaster. The climate, boys and girls, affects people, animals, and plants that live there. Animals, their food supply changes with the seasons. And here's an example, like squirrels bury their nuts and bears and animals hibernate. They can sleep for up to 100 days. And trees like maple and oak trees drop their leaves each winter to survive the lack of water. So that's all a process that they're going to use for surviving the temperatures. All right. So kiddos, we are to go over and we are going to do our last note taking, and that is going to be on climate. Okay, don't forget again, you have your picture box, which you are going to make sure up here that you're going to draw and color to make sure that you have anything that goes along with what we're going to be discussing here in our notes. Okay, so first thing about climate, boys and girls, let me rewind here. I'm going to get I'm going to do black. All right, our first thing about climate, you're going to do your bullet there, is that with the Northeast, I want you to know that it is halfway between the North Pole and the equator. Okay, it's halfway between the North Pole and the equator. The climate is different all year. Climate is different all year long. We have 4 seasons, and you know what they are: winter, spring, summer, and fall. In the winter, we can experience a very heavy snowfall called a northeaster. And this can bring heavy snow at one time. And remember, we said up to a foot of snow. And the last thing I want you to know about the climate and the seasons that we have, the climate always will affect people, animal, and plants. Animals and plants. And remember, we talked about how trees deal with their temperatures and how animals hibernate. And people, obviously, along with us, we change our clothing. We have to change a lot of the things we do as far as the temperatures are concerned with each season. All right, boys and girls, so make sure that you have these notes written in your scrapbook. Make sure everything is highlighted, and don't forget to draw and color your pictures that go along with our notes.